The battle for Aleppo, the old city itself and the province, has been long, bitter and bloody. It's raged for around 3 years now, but over most of that time there's been little real change in the balance of power. Syrian government forces entrenched in the west, rebels controlling the old city and the east. That now appears to be changing. In the last week, government forces have been making advances on the outskirts of the city. They've taken the village of Sheikh Najjar in the northeast and are now attacking the area between the countryside and the industrial city, a distance of less than a kilometre. Aleppo is an economic hub and the industrial zone its beating heart. Rebel fighters are on the back foot, but they say they're not giving up.
Our fighters are there in front of Sheikh Najjar. We are trying to stop the army from moving into the industrial city. We are still resisting despite the bombardment.
Infighting between rebel groups in Aleppo has done little to help the opposition's cause. It's mainly between the Nusra Front and the Islamic State of Iraq in the Levant, also known as ISIL. Both are linked to al-qaeda, but when ISIL fighters were accused of assassinating al-qaeda's envoy in Syria last week, the Nusra Front issued an ultimatum. ISIL had to join mediated talks or be forced out. By Friday, ISIL fighters were leaving. But the real game changer in Aleppo's war, rebels say, is the Syrian army's indiscriminate use of barrel bombs. Loaded with fuel, metal and hundreds of kilograms of explosives, they've been dropped over many weeks on rebel-held areas within and outside the old city of Aleppo. The damage from the crude bombs is clear, the killing indiscriminate and massive. But it's the fear the barrel bombs now generate that holds the power. Areas empty of people are easier to take over. That advantage is now becoming clear in these government advances on this, a thin rebel line. Miriam Nahond, Al Jazeera.